In this video, I'll address the snares and layer them up with some snaps. To start, I'll just duplicate one of the snare tracks and the pattern regions for this track as well. And I'll find a snaps sample that I like in Splice. That's a nice one, so I'll drag that into Quick Sampler. I'm going to fade that reverb tail a bit because I'm going to add my own reverb in just a bit. That sounds good, but I think the snap is going to get lost behind the snare. So I usually like to add quite a bit of reverb to snap samples and for the snares as well. So I'll create a new effects send on bus 1 for the snare tracks and the snap track. I'll roll up the send amount, although I'm going to roll this back down a bit on the snares. I want a lot more reverb on my snaps than I do on the snares. Logic will automatically create a corresponding aux track for bus 1. And the reverb I'm going to use is the Valhalla Vintage Verb. I absolutely love Valhalla's reverbs. They sound great and they're pretty affordable too. Lately, this has been my go-to reverb for plates, halls, and rooms. I think the stock concert hall setting is a bit stuffy, so I'll swap this out for a plate reverb. And I absolutely love the color selection here. You get an option for 1970s with a more vintage sound, 1980s for an early digital sound, and then a modern option as well. I think I like the 80s sound on this one. Now, what I like to do when I'm mixing is I like my aux tracks to be located next to the tracks that they're affecting. So you can do this by showing the aux track in the tracks area. And there's two ways you can go about this. You can right-click or control-click on the aux track and select Create Track, or you can just simply select the aux track and press Control-T. And it might look like the aux track has disappeared, but it's actually just moved, and it's now shown in the tracks area. And since the snares and snaps are kind of being used as the same instrument here, I'm going to put these in a track stack as well. I'll go with the summing stack for this. So this will help if I need to add more effects to them later on, and I can process all three tracks together. I'll right-click and select an icon for the stack as well. So that's the snares and snaps. In the next video, I'll move on to the hi-hats.